Yeah, just a tough day overall today. Yesterday, I think it, really started a lot of reflection in here, for this group, and a lot of looking in the mirror, at the things that we've done to this point. Myself, the team, everybody to get to this point, and acknowledging how it hasn't been to our standards, and about trying to find the way to get it back.
When you say it hasn't been to your standard, was there a feeling that something was going to happen, whether it be a big trade or a coaching change?
Not that I had the feeling about it, either one of those things. It was more so the feeling of something's got to give. We have to find a way to get this back. Acknowledging that there's so much time left in this season, for us to get it back. But mainly acknowledging, looking in the mirror, and understanding, to a man what we've done to this point to get here, and how we're going to work our way out of it, because that's the only thing we can do at this point is to show up every single day and work our way out of this.
Don said that, the Bruins haven't been a hard out this season. How do you kind of get your way back to being a hard out and tough to play against?
Yeah, that's part of our overlying theme here that we're going to rediscover moving forward, is just it's all about working. We can control our work ethic. We can control our pace every single day. Whether you got the legs or not, you control how hard you work, and that was something that we need to get back to, that we will get back to. Controlling our compete level, and being that Bruins team that no one wants to play.
John also mentioned that it started with training camp, that it was kind of flat. Did you feel that way, that camp wasn't as ramped up as it should have been?
Looking back at this point, there's been so many things, that have gone on from then to there. So honestly, I know there were some injuries in camp, but really I'm just focused about where we are now and how we turn this leaf over. Individually and collectively, the things that we're going to do moving forward, starting with our work ethic and getting back to our standards of, what it means to be a Bruin.
Charlie, what do you think Joe brings to the table, and what do you think he can be successful as your next head coach?
Yeah, well, Joe's been here a long time. He's been a head coach before in the NHL. He's someone who, I've learned a lot from since I've been here, having him, he's basically done everything from being the D coach when I first got here to forward, power play to penalty kill, to everything in between. So his experience is vast, and he, possibly the most important thing is he understands, like a lot of the guys like myself that have been here, what it looks like and what it feels like to be a Bruin, and what the standard is every single day, and what we're going to recapture moving forward.
How did he handle that this morning, just as far as his message to you guys before you hit the ice?
Just getting back to details today, but mostly what I've been alluding to, is that it's time to start working. It's really time to step up and work. The only way to get out of this is to work our way out of it, and that's compete, that's accountability, and that all starts in practice. The game is the privilege, the game's the fun part, where you get to show up and play in front of the great fans, and that's the most special thing about it. The work is what we have to put in every single day, and today was a good first step. Rediscovering that.
Do you have confidence that you keep saying, get back to the standard? You've been there before, you've seen it done before, so does that give you more confidence that you can get back on track, given, going back to what you guys were doing before?
Yeah, I think we have everything that we need in this room. I haven't wavered in that belief, at all. You just have to get back to the simplest things, the foundation of what we are, working and competing, and that's it. There's too much skill, there's too much talent in this room where that won't click and come together at some point. But you can't see the skill, you can't see, the plays if we're not working, if we're not being the best that we can at our ground level, at our base level, our foundations, doing the little things right. And that's what allows you to see the other things. So it's back to basics for us now.
Why do you think things straight as far as the standard and the way you guys want to play? Could you put your finger on it? Does it really matter at this point, like what happened?
At this point, it doesn't, and honestly, I couldn't point my finger on it. Yeah, you want to go back to camp or the beginning of the season or, whatever it was, we lost it. We lost it for a minute. And this is life, and these things happen. But today you wake up and you realize that you still have the best job in the world, playing for the best team in the world, the best organization in this game. I'm lucky and I'm blessed to be here, and today was a day of gratification, self-reflection, and then realizing that, we have 62 games left and we're still in a playoff spot or somewhere near it. So we got everything to play for, and that's the crest, that's each other, that's everything, and it's all going to be all right.
Just kind of the business of hockey. I mean, how much does a move like this kind of put players on notice, just in terms of the changes that Don has kind of communicated he's wanting to make?
Yeah, I mean, this will always be a business. In one breath, you can talk about how it's just, it's a game, it's a kid's game, and we all enjoy that. At the end of the day, it'll always be a business. The human aspect of it is always the hardest thing. Monty and his family and who he was as a person. These things aren't easy. They really just, they aren't. They never will be. So. Yeah, it just, it is what it is.
Is there anything you think you can do as an individual and a leader on this team that can kind of help get this team back on track?
Yeah, I mean, certainly some things that I've identified, but I know that my biggest thing is I have to show up with the joy and the passion every single day, and I've certainly been trying to do that, more so recently, and then I just have to be assertive and play, and those are the things that I've been trying to do. I'm trying to skate, use my legs, and I'll drag guys into the fight. And that's more of something that this team needs to do. Mentally strong, we need to be mentally tougher. It's not just going to go your way every single night. So that's one thing I identified. But two is more guys dragging each other into the fight here. I think that's how you can really build the closeness of a group. Accountability aspect, but two is just pulling the best out of each other. We need to get back to making each other the best version of ourselves every single day.